All right, so hello everyone. I'm Coach James Llewellyn from Kaiser University, Pembroke Pines. It's in South Florida near Miami, about 20 minutes from Miami, even though it's like 5 miles, but South Florida, a lot of red lights. So this is the marketing advertising panel. It's gonna be more of a discussion. As I'm gonna present some things. I'm not gonna really go into paid marketing because a lot of collegiate esport programs, we don't have control over marketing budgets because your universities usually have that kind of budget. So I'll dab into a little bit of that, but a little bit about me. I got my bachelor's in sports management, and then I got my master's in digital marketing, and now I'm working on my doctorate, my DBA, with the emphasis in marketing. And I control my university's social media as well as the esports team. So what is marketing? Anybody? What's marketing? Yeah. Yep. Yep. So what is marketing to collegiate esports? A little bit of the same. Graphic design, articles, journalism, and a lot of teamwork, which I'm going to get into a lot. So the basis of marketing, like a little intro to marketing class almost. The 4 P's of marketing, we got the product, the place, the price, the promotion. So for collegiate esports, our products, our program, right? And the place, social media pages, Twitch, Discord. You guys consider Discord a social media? Yep, I do. I always tell people it's a social media. The price, we're not really selling a product. We're selling like our services, what our esports program can offer for the students, and the promotion. So some goals of marketing for us coaches is to build our brand awareness, and to increase the traffic to our programs, to our school, to our Discord servers, to our social media. And we're going to go into a little bit of that, and obviously increase the student body of our program. So I'll tell you a little bit about how I got started in at Kaiser. So we had 8 students who are in a gaming club, wanted to compete, and I got hired in right when COVID happened. So March 2020, instantly remote, right when I got down to Florida. And by the end of 2021, long story short, we went from 8 to 40 during this whole time period. And I like to think a lot of my marketing strategy and my content brought in a lot of these students to the program. So yeah, out of those 40 students, we went from 3 games in the fall in NACE to 9, 10 games by the end of 2021. And now by this fall, we might be competing in 12 games. So we're getting a lot of growth from, my opinion, the marketing and the content that has been shared around. So yeah, the other goals of marketing is to get the trust into your program, adding the value, which I will also go into a little bit. So goals of other goals of marketing that your institution probably wants, and you want as well, is to improve your ROI, your return on investment. So a lot of these programs are starting up from anywhere to tens of thousands of dollars to, let's say, St. Clair's got $23 million facility that they're building by fall. So tracking and analyzing metrics. Us coaches might not do that as much. Your school would be doing that. And market research is pretty huge as well into all this, what works, what doesn't work. So some of the marketing strategies that while you start up your esports program, or if you have one, you want to have a marketing plan in place. You want to do some email marketing, viral marketing, and digital marketing. So we're gonna go into a little bit of each one of those. If anybody ever has any comments or suggestions or anything they want to say about anything, because in my opinion, marketing is a lot of ideas. So I might not know an idea, you might have an idea, and whenever you're doing market research, you see what somebody else is doing, you see their ideas, and you might put it into your own work and change it up a little bit. So the marketing plan, you need to understand your needs and your wants and your goals beforehand, and your target market. So my university is a little different than the traditional university. I'm actually a commuter-based school as well, so I don't have dorms. So my target market is completely different than your. Likely. You're still gonna be recruiting local a little bit, but I can't really recruit somebody from New York to move to Florida as much. I actually just did get one from New York to Florida, so it's kind of funny. But New York to Florida is kind of, a good vacation spot for people. But the SWOT analysis, your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats. So if you're starting a program or you're about to get hired, your student looking to go, you need to market research or your location, your other schools around you, see what they're doing, research them head to toe. And yeah, that's in my location. I have, when I moved down there, 3 schools, and now there's only one of them, I think, survived, and then we're getting another one. That's going to be a huge threat to me. So I'm gonna research them, see what they're doing. They have the same programs as I have, but it's a community college, so it's a big threat to my university. And the culture of your marketing plan. You want to build a culture, a theme, as so say. So like I'm gonna go with the Miami Dolphins. You have Finn Nation. You want to come up with something fun for your team and stick with that. Consistency, which I have in a little bit as well. So around the room, is anybody like a student wanting to get into a role like mine, or are they? Anybody? What's anybody's roles here? Anybody? Okay. Okay. Anybody else? Nice. Okay. Yep. I'm diving more into like free marketing, not the paid marketing, but for your program, highlighting your program and growing your recruitment and your college esports. So email marketing is very interesting. There's obviously paid versions of this, but I'm going to explain a little bit of how I believe email marketing really helped me with developing my my students and recruiting and my connections. So I'm actually listed under my admissions department, which is really different. Most schools are under athletics or student life sports. So I work very closely with admissions. We are blessed with the video game design program, which helps a lot for obvious reasons. And recently we are starting esports management degree as well in January for a minor in esports management, which also is helping. But with all that said, the admissions department, I would go to them and educate them on esports, educate them on what you're doing, what games you're playing, and work with them on the inquiries and sending out text blasts and email blasts that are simple yet vital, because you need to add like hyperlinks, one click touches to get to your Discord, your social media pages. So I've had a lot of success with my admissions department and email marketing for my events, fundraisers, tournaments, and everything. So one of the other ways was through the NACE website. I don't know if a lot of people do this. Nobody's ever really talked about it, but on NACE, they have a location map, which lists all the high schools in your area or wherever you want to have your target for recruiting. So in my area, there's at least 60 schools who've competed within NACE, and on the website it shows the manager's name, and basically I would just go to the website of that school, find the name, find the contact, send them emails, kind of candid thing to every single one, similar, just and reach out to those connections. And I would say out of the 60, probably got about 20 great connections. Set up a lot of field trips to the school that we'll pay for, and they tour the school, get academic presentations, esports open gym time, and that's been really successful in recruiting the students. And that all started with emails from NACE and the local companies around you. So I guess maybe I'm just getting lucky, but we got a GameStop that just built a new headquarters right next door to us for their call center. And that's one of the local companies. I did email them, but it's a call center with some higher ups there. So I actually just walked in, and now with them, I'm hoping in the next few months that it's going to be a really good projects and tournaments being led with GameStop. But other local companies and municipalities. So I don't know, around your guys' college, are the local cities getting into esports? Like as the Parks and Recs? Yep. Yep. So we have 5 cities that I've been in touch with, which is kind of like a word of mouth after making the first connections with email. And it's growing a lot, and they're starting to do intercity rivalries, using us as a neutral ground, which is going to bring more traffic to our campus. And that's all starting up fairly shortly, which is very exciting. So viral marketing sounds like what it is, viral. So you want to look up the market research on that and the trends for esports. Obviously, Twitter and TikTok are probably the most popular for this viral marketing. Trends such as, the songs being used with your clips. And I wouldn't even just say posting clips is not, it's probably one of the harder things to get viral with. So I actually had a video that got 1.5 million views on campus, and it was with our esports students, but wasn't even gaming. We were playing human foosball for a tournament, fundraiser, and we had a little tournament with the human foosball with some of the departments. But consistency on the social medias can and will help try to get these things viral and on the search engine. So the first time I posted that video, it got like 400 views, and I was like, you know what, this is content. This can get somewhere. So I posted it again. Within a week, that second post hit 1.5 million views in just a few weeks, which is really good for the campus. Got a few phone calls. Once that started going viral, I changed the bio to for more info, contact, yada yada yada, and that helped a little bit for that. And engaging content. So we know esports debates right now happening on Twitter. There's for voting on the online student thing, and people who aren't even part of NACE are commenting on it just to get that engaging content and interaction with everyone. And even though they have nothing to do with this, they're getting their engagement rate up, and it's popping up on my feed. I don't even follow them. So I want to say post stuff like that, but more student driven content is definitely the way to go. So I kind of digital marketing. We already talked about social media. There's a couple forms for esports: the content driven marketing and some native marketing, which is more of the paid side. So I'll go through this one a little fast. So native marketing is like non-intrusive. It doesn't interrupt the user's experience. It blends in and looks organic. So one of my examples for this, for esports in a way, would be like you're scrolling your Twitter feed, and the show Arcane for League of Legends, HBO Max. You don't even realize it's a sponsored post. You're just scrolling. You're like, oh wow, what is that? And you click on it. So maybe that's something you can ask your university about to do about the esports program. So next is the content-driven marketing. As mentioned before, consistency is key to market your programs. Doesn't even matter if you have low engagement. I have very low engagement on my Twitter and Instagram. We are a very small university of 500 students with around, like I said, 40 students, so almost 10% of the body. It feels like more on campus because there are some online students at the school. But keeping consistent and don't get discouraged if nothing happens. As mentioned, the TikTok we had very low 200s across the board, then just randomly something went viral. So staying consistent is key. And the trending content, kind of went over that already. And teamwork. So a lot of the universities here, we are solo players for our team. There are some universities itself who has a lot of individuals on staff part-time, but there are a lot of universities as one or two people. So working with your students to make more diverse content, working with other departments. I work with the dietetics and nutrition department, OTA department, occupational therapy, and sometimes the nursing department as well, to help create new content to our pages, and vice versa for them to us to work together. They'll come to the esports room and play some games. We have the financial aid department come through, and they're just smashing buttons on Smash Brothers, which is good and fun, and can create some fun content and more diverse content through teamwork. If you're just doing it yourself, it gets kind of dull. You kind of get tunnel vision and start posting the same thing. So assigning different students to maybe different types of campaigns or games can really add the value to your page. And keeping consistent and with all this different teamwork, like I said before, creates that trust in your product and your team. And it's a long-term investment. So it's not like the paid marketing that your university is doing to increase enrollment. You might see short-term effects a little bit time in there, but in the long run, it's a long-term investment. And some great examples of this in the college space, in my opinion, is MNSU and Full Sail University do a really good job with their social media pages and marketing, as well as St. Clair as well. Did I go the wrong way? So yeah, the content marketing, like you're in control. You need to stay professional. As we know in esports, there's a lot of unprofessional content, unprofessional comments that you don't want to be on your university page. Even if you're posting on your own page and you have in the bio, my views don't affect my organization. In a way, they still kind of do. So I would say in the esports space, we need to be more professional in a lot of different categories. And yeah, so you need to use your resources that you have. For NACE, we have the NACE student, which will get us the partnership on Twitch with the verified check mark, which is great. I know a lot of universities don't have that who are part of NACE. I don't know if it's part of the whole not filling out the surveys or checking emails, but use your resources that you're offered, and it will help you a lot within promoting your program. So in-house marketing was one of the other ways at the university on how we grew our program pretty big for the side. Like I said before, teamwork. So teamwork in the in-house in my institution, I like to work with a bunch of different departments. You scratch their back, they scratch your back. So we work with my admissions and student services and athletics department. So with admissions, I explained that earlier, with the email marketing and text blasts and all of our events. So student services really helps out a lot as well with posting our fundraisers and events to their student emails and on Blackboard, or if you use Canvas or whatever website you guys use for your homework and assignments and all that. So that's really handy for recruiting in-house. I know one of the biggest esports that I think shouldn't be struggling because there isn't enough in-house marketing is like FIFA soccer and Madden football. As NACE is not hosting those anymore because of low participation numbers. I know from experience from playing college soccer and all my friends that there are tons of FIFA players on these big universities, and seeing some of the universities have 0 players, and it was really surprising last year and the year before. So I know there's a lot of in-house marketing that's not happening as much as it should be for a lot of universities. So as well for on my campus, I volunteered as tribute to also take control of all the monitors on campus and the flyers and the class schedules. So I kind of work my esports into our monitors on campus, which kind of helps get our word out and our events and hosting tournaments and finding some new players every now and then. So yeah, I put a boost in the hallway or main pathways. So what we try to do at Kaiser, and I know a lot of other schools do as well, bi-weekly or once a month, put a booth with your esports program, flyers, and your team members out there, maybe doing, could even be a little small fundraiser, donuts in the morning, donuts, coffee, while students are walking in, talk about your program, and you'll be surprised on some of the results that come through. So sponsorships and partnerships. So the partnerships are more on the smaller collegiate side for like my university. Like with the cities we have a lot of partnerships with now, and the Broward School District and Miami-Dade School District. Working with them, we get to go to their facilities and get a booth and market our programs there. We're going to do a demo at 3 cities as well, with esports. Probably going to play some Smash Brothers and Rocket League. Those are the more high school age games that are more mainstream. So basically, don't be scared to reach out to anyone. So Discord is, in my opinion, one of the biggest social media platforms for gaming. I recommend a public Discord. I know a lot of universities do not have public Discords. So we do have a public Discord. It grew to about 300 members within 6 months of starting the program. And it's stuck around there for a little bit. But even if you have a public Discord, we all know you have your private channels that nobody can see, and channels for content that your students can post to, and you can easily download those and start uploading more content all the time. So we have a lot of Discord events for just people in our Discord. Usually tournaments, online tournaments, 1v1 League of Legends, 1v1 Apex Legends, 1v1 any game. Little non-traditional tournaments, not really team-based tournaments, but it creates that trust into your university, into the program. And the marketing bots to keep posting in your servers. I'm sure we all know about that with every time you tweet, posts on Facebook, Twitter, it'll also post in your Discord. Some helpful tools if you are alone like me, or even if you're not, are scheduling softwares like Sprout or Buffer. So if you notice before the NACE convention, I noticed they would post at 12 and 5 p.m. every single day. They're using scheduling software, Sprout, actually. And this is really easy with Adobe Photoshop for like game day flyers, results, and everything. So we usually have like 3 different types of backgrounds for our game days or for a certain game. And if you're good at Photoshop, if you're not, take a small class and learn a little bit. And it's really simple to just change the logos and the dates and times and getting that all through and posted and on the schedule bot as well. And teamwork, again, this marketing is a lot of teamwork, and some helpful ideas are the QR codes and flyers in the emails and hyperlinks. One click to get to wherever you want to go is the way to go. I've seen some programs say email this person. Nobody's gonna want to type that in and then send an email. If you do one click to your Discord, one click to your registration, you're gonna get more value out of that. That is all I have for today. So any questions or ideas to throw around for anybody else? So for the Zoom call, she asked, what challenges does everyone have to market their esport programs? I personally would say maybe getting some of the higher management at the universities to market esports the way that we want to market it. It's a hard understanding for, I don't know how to word this nicely. Esports isn't really understood above my generation of millennials. So it's hard to understand. So we have billboards out on every highway at Kaiser Lakeland, Kaiser, Sarasota, and it says esports now. Kaiser, like what's now about esports? like I'm like we could put so many better things on that to actually increase like attention to that ad on the billboard. So that was just one example that I wish I could. Oh, yep. You want to say that again? I don't know if she could hear you. It is.
Yeah. So at Shawnee State, we have a nationally ranked game design program and several other gaming programs. So for us, it's difficult to stand out among an oversaturated presence already on campus. And we're working on it. It's a struggle. That's what I'm here for.
Thank you. So that's really interesting, and thank you for that feedback and helping me out. The other question I have is like, what's the number one thing you want to be able to do with your marketing?
Yeah, I think for Shawnee State, the number one thing we're looking to do is recruitment. It's like our number one tool is to recruit from high schools or any even non-traditional college students to get them to come to the university, whether it's to specifically play on the esports team or be esports adjacent in some capacity. So that's our goal with esports is recruitment.